Scorpio, listen carefully. This is not motivation. This is a release. For a long time, something invisible wrapped itself around your life, blocking your peace, delaying your success, draining your spirit. You felt it in your relationships, your finances, your energy. No matter how strong you were, something always held you back. But today, that hold is gone. The universe has stepped in. A cursed, emotional, spiritual karmic has finally broken. You didn't imagine the pain. You didn't deserve the struggle. And if you stay with me till the end, you'll understand why you are finally free. Scorpio, this message finds you at a powerful turning point. What you are experiencing right now is not confusion. It is transformation. For a long time, life felt heavier than it should have, as if unseen forces were working against you. You tried to stay strong, you stayed silent, and you kept moving forward, even when nothing made sense. But the universe never forgot you. This moment marks the end of a painful cycle and the beginning of a new chapter. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will help you understand what was holding you back and why it can no longer touch you. The hidden curse Scorpio carried. Scorpio, before freedom comes truth. And the truth is, what you carried was never visible, yet it shaped everything. This curse was not some dramatic spell or sudden event. It was subtle, quiet, emotional. It showed up as repeated betrayal, broken trust, and constant disappointment from people you loved the most. You gave deeply, protected fiercely, and stayed loyal even when others did not deserve your loyalty. Over time, this energy settled into your spirit. You began to expect loss. You prepared yourself for abandonment. Even in moments of success, you felt uneasy, waiting for something to go wrong. That was the curse. Not bad luck, but a pattern designed to drain your emotional strength. Many Scorpios are born into cycles of generational pain. Family wounds, relationship trauma, unspoken expectations, all of it landed on your shoulders because you were strong enough to survive it. But survival came at a cost. You learned to stay silent. You learned to carry pain alone. You learned to love without being fully loved back. This curse made you feel misunderstood, isolated, and emotionally guarded. Yet you kept going. You didn't break. You endured. And that endurance is exactly why the universe could finally step in. Because the moment you became aware of the weight you were carrying, the curse began to lose its power over you. Why the curse was not your fault. Scorpio, this is the part you need to hear the most. Because somewhere along the way, you started blaming yourself. You questioned your choices, your heart, your intensity. You wondered if you were too much, too emotional, too trusting. But the truth is simple. This curse was never created by you. Scorpios are natural absorbers of energy. You feel deeply, you see beneath the surface, and you often carry emotional weight that doesn't belong to you. People were drawn to your strength, but instead of protecting it, many leaned on it, used it, or tested it. You became the safe place for others, while slowly losing your own sense of safety. The universe did not punish you. It trained you. Every delay, every betrayal, every silent struggle was shaping your awareness. You were learning discernment. You were learning boundaries. You were learning the difference between loyalty and self. And yes, the lessons were heavy, but they were never meant to destroy you. You didn't fail. You didn't attract pain because you were weak. You attracted it because your soul was powerful enough to survive it. The curse existed because you were strong, and it broke the moment you stopped internalizing pain that was never yours to carry. The moment the curse broke. Scorpio, the breaking of the curse did not arrive with noise or chaos. There was no dramatic announcement, no sudden miracle that everyone could see. Instead, it happened quietly. The way real transformation always does. One day, something inside you shifted. You stopped reacting the way you used to. Situations that once triggered fear, anger, or sadness no longer had the same grip on you. You may not have noticed it at first, but the universe did. The moment you chose peace over proving yourself, the moment you walked away instead of explaining, the moment you stopped chasing closure, that was the moment the curse cracked. Your energy changed, and when a Scorpio's energy changes, the entire timeline rearranged. The universe intervened because you reached your limit. Not in weakness, but in clarity. You finally understood that suffering was not a requirement for growth. You released the need to fix others, to carry emotional burdens that were never yours, to stay loyal to people who repeatedly disrespected your soul. This was divine timing. Everything that delayed you was quietly removed. Certain people began to drift away. Opportunities you once begged for started aligning naturally. You didn't force it, you allowed it. And in that allowance, the curse lost its authority. The moment you chose yourself, Scorpio, the chains fell off. You didn't just survive the cycle, you ended it. Signs you are finally free. Scorpio, freedom does not always feel loud or dramatic. In fact, one of the clearest signs that the curse is broken is the quiet you now feel inside. The chaos that once followed you has softened. Situations that used to drain, you no longer demand your energy. You are no longer explaining yourself to people who never tried to understand you. Another sign is how people respond to you now. Some have disappeared without conflict or closure. Others feel uncomfortable around your calm. Tease is not loss. This is alignment. The universe is removing those who only benefited from your pain. You are no longer available for emotional manipulation, guilt, or one-sided loyalty. You may also notice that your intuition feels sharper than ever. Decisions come faster. You trust yourself more. You don't second-guess your feelings the way you used to. Where there was once confusion, there is now clarity. Where there was fear, there is now detachment. Peace has replaced urgency. You no longer feel rushed to prove your worth or rescue others. Even your sleep, your breathing, and your thoughts feel lighter. This is not coincidence. This is confirmation. Scorpio, these are not temporary feelings. These are signs of release. When the curse broke, it didn't just remove pain. It restored your natural power. And that power feels like calm, not chaos. What changes now for Scorpio? Scorpio, now that the curse is broken, life begins to respond to you differently. You will notice that you are no longer forcing outcomes. Things start moving toward you on their own. Opportunities align without struggle. Conversations feel honest. Relationships feel balanced. You are no longer chasing validation because you finally recognize your own value. One of the biggest changes is how you set boundaries. You no longer feel guilty for saying no. You no longer overextend yourself to keep others comfortable. Your energy has become selective, and that selectiveness protects your peace. People who respect you stay. Those who don't naturally fall away. Your confidence will feel quieter but stronger. You won't feel the need to announce your plans or explain your vision. You move in silence now, trusting your intuition instead of outside opinions. Financially and emotionally, stability replaces survival mode. You begin to make decisions from clarity, not fear. Love also transforms. You stop accepting intensity without consistency. You stop confusing passion with pain. What enters your life now is meant to grow with you, not drain you. This chapter is about alignment, not Scorpio. The universe did not free you just to watch you repeat old patterns. This new phase is about expansion, peace, and self-respect. You are no longer becoming, you have arrived. Warning. Don't return to the old chains. Scorpio, freedom brings responsibility. The curse has broken, but the old energy may try to test you one last time. People from your past might resurface. Old emotions may attempt to pull you back into familiar patterns. This is not punishment. It is confirmation. The universe is checking if you truly understand your worth now. Do not confuse nostalgia with growth. What once hurt you cannot heal you. You are no longer required to explain your boundaries or justify your distance. Silence is sometimes the strongest form of protection. Remember, The chains only existed because you kept reaching back for what already wounded you. Stay aware of emotional manipulation, disguised as love. Stay mindful of guilt, disguised as responsibility. Freedom requires discipline, and peace requires consistency. If you protect your energy, nothing can reattach itself to you again. Scorpio, you didn't come this far to repeat the cycle. You came this far to end it permanently. Scorpio, this message was not random. It was your confirmation. You didn't lose time, you didn't lose yourself, and you were never cursed beyond repair. You are being prepared for freedom. What once tried to break you has no power over you now. This is your reset, your release, your rise into a calmer, stronger version of yourself. Trust what you feel, because your soul already knows the truth. If this message resonated with you, comment free below to seal this energy. And if you want more Scorpio guidance, make sure you subscribe. This is only the beginning.